Hey everyone, it's Nelson Miller with PA Creative. Today I have an update to our Divi Dynamic Helper plugin. It's now compatible with Divi 5. It has, I think, 7 new features, and it's been renamed slightly. It's now called Divi Dynamic Content Helper. So I added the word content just to make it super clear. It's the same thing. So it has all the features it had before. There's some changes in Divi 5. There's one change, so we don't have dynamic colors, and we don't have the dynamic code module because that's already added in Divi 5. So anyway, otherwise, we added a whole bunch of features. Now, I'm not going to show you all of those new features. I'm just going to show you a glimpse because each one deserves its own video. But I'll introduce some things here about the update. So it be always recommended with anything Divi 5, with Divi being in beta, to install it on a fresh site, a staging site that's using Divi 5. Not migrated, but rather using Divi 5, like installed directly, if you can. If you're on Divi 4, nothing will change. I want to clarify that. You'll see an update to version 2.0, but nothing will change. It's the same code that's still activated. So when you're in Divi 5, you'll essentially get a completely different plugin. It's just all in one file. Installing it directly on Divi 4 or 5 is the best thing, but migrating, definitely test it out on a staging site. It should work fine. There's the settings that were in the theme options will now migrate to our custom interface. So other than that, that's not really, the migration is always the tricky part. That's with even with Divi, right? The migration is the tricky part. If Divi had just went out and released and said, hey, here's a whole new builder, we went from Divi 4 to Divi 5, we didn't add a migrate, there would be no issues at all. It'd be like the best thing ever, but they chose to make it backwards compatible, and that's what we have to do as well. So there is a new interface like I talked about. So again, in Divi 4, all the settings were in the theme options. Now, let me grab a demo here. And now I was in Divi Assistant. See, we have this plugin switcher. Now we have our interface where you'll know everything about it. So look, these are all the settings. A lot of these are new. You can see the current version of the plugin here. You can view the changelog. It's pretty handy. You can import and export your settings. You can reset those settings, and here's where you can do your license key, and you can go to our documentation and support and all this stuff. So the overview is where you'll see the things you need here. This is all new. And then the modules. So most of this here would have been in Divi 4, right? Enabling the dynamic content in the video module or the gallery module, right? These are popular things. Those are all the same. Now, these are all new features. So global sources, just think of it as when you go in and click that dynamic content icon, you can add anything from any post type or any user or literally anything on the site. It's extremely powerful. There's nothing like this in Divi. There's nothing like this. There's no other plugin that does this. It's extremely powerful. I didn't know what they call it, just global dynamic content sources. It's meaning globally on the site. You can pull in, you could choose a specific user and pull in their bio. You could take a blog post and pull in the link to it or the ID. You could pull in comment count for that post. Like, you name it, think of anything. There's like 20 some criteria for each like post. You could be the latest post, parent post, next taxonomy, current user shipping address, like the blog author's bio, like you name it. And it's kind of the same thing with this one, the inline variables. So think of it as the same power, right? Except now you can put any of that content, any of it, inline within Divi text. So if there's a text area, if there's a text field, an input field, you can put a little variable, like a little like curly bracket thing. And then you type in, we have like the full docs for this. It is more technical. You got to make sure you get the variable right, but it's that same power. Pretty cool. Now the fallback value, that works for either of those. So what if sometimes you were on a page and it was just, there wasn't anything there? It would look really awkward. It would look unprofessional. Now you can put a fallback value in there. So when you're in the global sources, you can just write it in. Like, hey, sir, or hey, friend, customer, I don't know. It's really late for me. Whatever you need to say, like think of any of those types of content and then think of like a generic term and you could put it there in case the actual term is missing. And it will work for either of those. The highlighted content kind of have graphics here, but it just highlights it for the admin. So if I'm working on a page and I want to see like, which of these fields here are dynamic, it'll highlight them. It's just like a little thing like for admins. And it's similar, the data source tooltip. You can hover over that item as the admin on the page and it will tell you, what value it is. Like it's from the current page title. Oh, and it's using this variable. And you can also see like the source, like is it from like a custom field, and you can click edit. So if you're looking at a page and you're like, I want to edit that content right there, that dynamic content, you can literally hover over and click the edit icon link, and it's going to open up either the back end or wherever your custom fields. If you're using our new plugin, the Divi Custom Fields Helper, it will open the window in the builder to that custom field. So anyway, I'm excited about that. Divi library layouts. This is a feature from Divi 4. It just makes any row, section, module, layout from the Divi library accessible when you're inserting dynamic content. So if I'm in a tab and I want to add content from the Divi library, I can do that using this feature. Now we have some miscellaneous features. Some of these are kind of, maybe they sound silly, but trying to add like little helpful features. So I can hide the default Divi dynamic content now. That's because you might want to only use the global sources. The global source is like 20 times more powerful than the default Divi dynamic content. I'm just being honest. Like there's a whole bunch more options, like way more options. Like I'm not exaggerating. Go check. So you might want to just hide the default ones for the current page because all you can have is the current page. You can't do parent page. You can't do next page. You can't do all the things I mentioned. So you might just want to hide them. And you can also move them up so they're more prominent. Maybe you want to hide the variables, like Divi uses the new variables. Maybe you want to hide them. Here you can change like terminology. Maybe you don't know what a variable is. And you could say edit current content or dynamic value. You could literally write whatever you want. You could, dynamic value would be a good one. And you can rename that in the interface, okay? And like manage global strings. Well, what's that? That's just the terminology Divi used. It's a technical term, but you could say manage your saved variable or saved whatever. Again, it's late for me. Here's the options page feature. This was also in Divi 4. So if you have ACF Pro, you got options page. A couple other features here. You can show the ID in the admin bar of any page, so the ID of the page. And then this is something where when you want to link to an email address in a custom field, it will make it actually open to the email provider. All right, I think that's it. Now we have documentation on all of this, and I think it's really well done. I spent a lot of time on it. So anyway, all of these new features, the ones that I mentioned were new, not the ones in Divi 4, they're only going to show up here in this interface. They won't show up when you're in that Divi 4 theme options settings, okay? It wasn't practical for us to rebuild everything. It would have taken 2 or 3 times more work, actually probably even more, honestly, because of the way Divi 4 was. So it was just made a lot more sense to move forward, show you that, hey, we want to keep adding value. And I think we have. I think we'd quadrupled the value of what we did have, and it's pretty exciting. And you know what? There's more ideas, and I'd love to hear your ideas as well. So I hope you like this update. It's version 2.0. Divi Dynamic Content Helper works with Divi 4 or Divi 5. It's available now.